Okay, so we're back in Crunch Gym and we're doing our hypertrophy specific training of hamstrings on our back, calves, and also abs. So these are like areas of the body that a lot of people that go to the gym fail to train properly. They tag them on to the end of a workout perhaps, and they don't put enough emphasis into that being the sole purpose of the training. Now, if you look at your physique and analyse it, you probably see that that's a result of that. Now, in order to bring that and change them areas up, we like to, or I suggest that you put a specific day in order to train their weaker body parts or their more neglected body parts. So that's hamstrings, glutes, definitely for most men. Calves, I don't think you can train enough, to be honest, and abs, I don't think you can train too much either because they never really overtrain. But again, these are for men. Most men can't be bothered to train their glutes, can't be bothered to train their hamstrings, even train their abs. A lot of guys, they rely on just getting lean. So we're going to specifically train to make them show out, and these are what really help you win on stage. If you do compete, shows are won these days from the rear. And what I mean by that is when people turn around, there's not enough hamstring separation development or glute tie-in. So we're really looking at bringing that kind of Christmas tree, lower back, a walnut glute look to the workout. So we're going to start on the seated leg curl, and we're going to do 15 reps for 3 or 4 sets. There's a couple of coaching points I come across when I train people on this movement. So we're fortunate enough at Crunch to have a Hamstring seated leg curl. Now I think it's probably the best seated leg curl there is out of all the different brands. But what you get people do on all the hamstring seated movements is raise their belly up, they stick their belly out to try and get the hamstring back. And what you're actually effectively doing is shortening the range of movement on your hamstring. So the machine still moves, but you're actually making yourself arch up in order to bring the machine back. So you don't actually contract the hamstrings any further, but the machine looks like it's doing the full range. So always engage your core, suck in tight, hold your core in tight as you're moving your legs and doing the hamstring curl. As soon as you start releasing your core, let your belly stick out and looking pregnant, which ain't a good look in the gym, you're just going to start reducing the tension on your hamstrings. So keep your core tight. You might find doing so means you have to reduce the weight, but it will be much, much stricter. Try that. And I would also say the second thing I see people do often wrong is they force it down and they let it fly back up. So it's like the bicep curl. You contract it all the way down, squeeze that muscle, really allow it to stretch out slowly. Try and come up in 2 or 3 seconds to a stretch position. Let flex out at the top, flex your hamstrings at the top so they're straight and flexed before you drive them back. Slowly out, flex at the top, repeat that, and then you'll work the fullest range of motion on your hamstrings. so we contracted the hamstring by doing the seated leg curl. Now we're going to stretch and elongate the muscle. One of kind of the best exercises for hamstring development is the stiff leg deadlift. We're going to do it today on a Smith machine. This keeps it more strict so we can focus and isolate on the hamstring rather than the control of the movement that you would do with a barbell. I'm not saying one's better than the other, I'm just saying to vary it. So here we're going to do that, and because we're in a Smith machine, the machine doesn't allow us to go all the way down for a full stretch, and the bar can't move forward. We're going to use these plates to stand on. That'll give us an extra few inches that we need in order to stretch your hamstring. Now if you're very flexible, a lot of women are, you might need a box or something higher to stand on in order to achieve the same stretch. We're not going to come all the way up, as I never would on the stiff leg. So we come 3/4 of the way up, all the way down, hold the stretch for a second, and you're trying to drive through the floor with your heels. Push the floor away from you with your heels in order to come up, rather than use your lower back to engage. But try and feel like your hamstrings are straight and tight through the whole movement. Okay, so we're on the third exercise now. This is like tying in the glutes. So this glute kickback machine, this one particular is actually very good at isolating the glutes. Some of them aren't particularly good, but here we'll get a tie in between our hamstring and our glute. And the best way to do that is raise the machine up as high as you can with a slightly bent knee. And then on this machine in particular, straighten the leg at the very top part of the movement. So you're keeping that bent leg all the way up till you get to right near the top, and the last quarter of the movement you're straightening up to allow you to go that extra, maybe half an inch, that's all, but I get a really strong contraction on your glute, and hold it there for a second. So your focus is to raise it with your bum. Feel that your bum contracts hard at the top, and failing to pause at the top means you won't get a full contraction. All the way down before the weight stack touches, and then return it up. If you want to intensify this movement, you can do partials at the end of every rep. So all the way up, partial rep, all the way up, partial rep, so you get a double contraction at the top. We're going to do 3 straight sets of 12 on here. to the final exercise now, which ties our hamstrings and glutes in together. And it's another exercise that lots of gents skip away from. Women love lunging because women want to train their glutes and work the back of their legs and get a nice, tight, hurt backside. Whereas men just want to do chest and arms. So we're going to make ourselves do this religiously year round. And when you get on stage, if you ever get on stage, you can see the guys that have worked their glutes and done their lunges over the year. So we're going to do this one leg at a time, but because we're trying to specifically work the glute, I need everyone to try and think about the back leg and the glute on that back leg engaging. So you've got to come all the way low to the movement to get stretch, but then feel like your glute engages or tightens as you stand up tall. So otherwise you'll be pushing with your quadricep, pushing with your hips, and you won't be pushing with your glutes. So if you allow your body to slightly lean forward in doing the lunge, you'll take it off your glutes as well. So we're going to try and keep as upright as possible and focus not so much on the weight, because as you overload the bar, your torso will slightly lean forward and you'll shift into using other muscle groups. So we're going to stay upright, focus on contracting that glute, squeezing the glute at the top, stretching it down, repeating that 12 times, and then change legs. Okay, so now we leave hamstrings behind and we move on to calf. So moving down the leg, we're going to work the calves from a standing or a straight leg position. So old-fashioned or traditional calf raises work the meat and veg at the size of the calf. Then we're going to do a seated toe raise where you bend the knee, and that works more the outer side, the soleus part of your calf. So we're going to keep the reps about 15 on here, go as heavy as we can. So it's not always about high reps in calves. It's about varying your way of training, and we've done high reps in the past, so in this present we're going to do lower reps, between 12 and 15, but we've got to go to failure. And now failure on the calf is when the big toe can't come up, and that's when the calves fail. It's not when you start rolling out on the side of the foot, the calf's already failed there, you're just moving the machine, but not with the calf muscle. So we want to focus on pushing slightly inwards with our toes. So we're turning our feet slightly this way, and all the emphasis is on our big toe. If this was your big toe, all the effort is pushed on there. You'll find the contraction is far greater. something that's interesting to people that can't develop calves so well, I think, is that they've got to look at the full range of the movement, particularly the stretch part of the movement. So you need to make sure that you set the apparatus up fine for your height and levers, because when you walk around all day long for every day of your life, the floor's in the way and you come up on your calf in order to walk or to run, therefore your calf's used to that range of movement. What it isn't used to is from the floor down in the stretch position. So don't negate the stretch position. It's just as, if not more important, than the contraction of the calf. So go down past the floor, past, as low as you can hold, and hold for a 1 or 2 second count. Really feel that deep stretch and then contract from the stretch position all the way up. You'll get the full range of movement, but also you're working in an area that's not used to be worked. And if your calves are stubborn, I guarantee you hold down in that stretch position and work that full range of movement, as I've just explained, they will come on if you give them a solid 3 months, training them 2 to 3 times a week with a day's rest in between. So now we get to sit down, and final exercise on our legs is going to be a seated calf raiser. So this works your calf from a bent knee position, so you can either, as I said, work from a straight leg or bent knee position. And it works more the outside of the calf, so this is the latest part of your calf. So you've only got time for one exercise. I would do a straight legged one because it works the majority of the mass of the calf. This adds a finishing touch to the outside of the calf. So again, you're pushing through that big toe, and again, you want to get that deep stretch. Hold at the top and the bottom for a second or so in order to feel that stretch and feel that contraction. So the idea is that from that stretch position you get the contraction working from a dead stretched out position and feel that muscle contract all the way through the range, not just at the top of the movement. If you do have a problem with that, then do the exercise slower, do the movement slower. A big stretch.